Well, hello there everybody and welcome to a new Heroes of the Storm video. Today we're going to be having a little look at our overlord of Naxxramas, Kelthuzad. I've made a fair share of videos of this type before, but this time it's going to be a bit more professional and have a coaching vibe to it. The obvious difference between a high-skilled Kelthuzad player like myself, yours truly, Bow Exile, is your accuracy. This is mainly due to his trait that is called Master of the Cold Dark that gives you a quest where you have to hit heroes with your abilities. Halfway through you'll gain Glacial Spike, and completing it will reward you with an added bonus to one of your 3 main abilities. This choice is made at level 1, so we'll see this later in the video where I'll talk about my talent build. In the meantime, I want to put my sights on another area of concern, which is choosing the correct heroic ability. Out of the two, the better one is named Shadow Fisher, but it requires a lot of hours with Kelthuzad. Having the capacity to hit or kill an enemy hero from literally anywhere on the map is absolutely insane. Add to that the low mana cost and the fact you can reuse this ability if you ever hit an enemy hero, and you see why you have a powerful heroic at your disposal. On the other hand, if you're trying to understand the character and improve your timing so that you can pull off your combos, the better ultimate ability to take is called Frost Blast. Totally simple to use and similar to Kelthuzad is Pyroblast. Of course it doesn't deal as much damage, but it does root and slow down your enemies, meaning it's useful to pick off individuals and it can also help you finish the main quest. Alrighty then, I want to go through certain aspects that you need to take into consideration and that are specific for this ruler of Naxxramas. The most complicated obstacle is surviving. Due to the fact that you have no mobility, escapability, you can't heal yourself and there's no way for you to block damage. Furthermore, in terms of map placement, you're more suitable in 2v3s, 3v3s and team fights. You should avoid 1v1s at all costs unless it is to soak XP. Finally, an underlooked and underappreciated function is how Glacial Spike can help you in multiple situations. It can potentially save you and your allies from incoming enemies, and the other way around, it can block enemy heroes from escaping so that you can get a sweet juicy kill. Now let's have a look at a vital moment in ranking, which is the drafting process. Loads of people are prone to drafting awful picks, and with Kelthuzad you can be easily countered. If you wish to play him, you need to make sure they have a bruiser and a tank, or maybe some fat people like Big Booty Asmodan, or you need to take him as a 3rd, 4th or 5th character. Regardless of the mode that you're in, generally speaking, the stronger Kelthuzad players are way more aggressive. That's because being passive, you will have way less impact on the game, way less damage, and you'll be a burden for your team. Now that my rant is over and the knowledge has been shared, let's turn our attention towards my talent build. Previously I mentioned the link between the level 1 talents and the trait quest rewards. Therefore I'm telling you that in most case scenarios the better one to take is called Blighted Frost that improves your Frost Nova. Of course you can experiment with the other two, but this one dominates by far, and rightly so. Following up at level 4 we're going to spice things up with something that is called the Lecture of Kelthuzad. This demands that you gather up 12 regen globes, and doing so will grant you the possibility to respawn at the push of a button. This gives you an undeniable advantage in the late game because you'll be able to respawn whenever you want, and also bear in mind it gives you a percentage of lifesteal on your spell damage. Moving on at level 7, we don't have game breaking mechanics that come into play, but we do have something that is ice cold that reduces the cooldown of Glacial Spike by 15 seconds. Due to the fact that I've already talked about the heroic abilities, we're going to skip the level 10 and go straight to the level 13. Here we're going to focus ourselves once more at improving the overall effectiveness of Frost Nova through something that is called Icy Grasp, giving this ability a godlike status. However, this is going to be the last time we're going to center ourselves so much on Frost Nova. That's because as soon as we approach the late game, level 16 is going to give us 2 potential talents. The first one is Arcane Echoes. It reduces the death and decay cooldown when you deal damage to enemy heroes. Rarely futile, but can be overshadowed by a greater Kelthuzad player where he will be able to pick Power of Ice Crown, where if you disable enemies, your spell damage will go up. Therefore the choice is yours, but here we go on to level 20 where we have 3 possible talents to choose from. The first one is called the Dan Return and is a left field shout. It can be useful if you want to go into a specialist mode if you're being overrun by minions, mercenaries and bosses. It's a sweet little activatable that creates a shade that mimics death and decay. It has a really low cooldown and it's pretty useful. Problem is that this scenario was pretty rare, and in most cases you want to go for the upgrade of your ultimate abilities. The less impactful yet still quite robust upgrade is called Death Chill, and whenever a takedown occurs, it releases an AoE blast. Whilst this could be interesting and playable, the other one is so much better by a country mile and is called Might of the Scourge. You gain a funny and extremely powerful upgrade because not only when you hit enemy heroes will you be able to recast it, but there is going to be a duplicate that will spawn right after, but this won't trigger the thing that I talked about early on in the video. There we go, we're wrapping up my talent build and we're nearing the end of this particular video. And if you have further inquiries, I'll respond over on Reddit, and if you have some constructive criticism, I'll reply to it down below in the comment section. Stay tuned because this style of content will be out in the near future. My name is BoExile, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!